step, left, right, left, right, moving forward on the glory.
Welcome to the best gambling show on the internet. This is the home of the money pick. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. Thank you for the 20K. You guys are awesome. Let's get to the week 4 over-unders. First game, we got my Minnesota Vikings at the New Orleans Saints. Over-under is 43.5. I'm going on over. I'm going over here. I think London is a factor here. I think the grass surface there will hurt the defense more than the offense. And listen, the main reason I'm going over is I don't think famous Jameis Winston is going down without a fight. Look at his targets, and this Vikings defense has been a little bit better than we thought, but we know it has its limitations. I don't think the Saints get down in the fetal and let the Vikings defense pound them. As for the Vikings offense, it's showing signs, and whenever you got Justin Jefferson, you're going to get explosion. You're going to get over 100 yards from him, and the Saints defense is nothing to joke about. But this is more about it being a close game in the fourth. Close games in the fourth always seem to reach the over. I'm going over the 43.5. Next game, we got the Cleveland Browns at the Atlanta Falcons. The over-under is 49.5. Money, 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 money. I'm going under here. And I know I've been talking about this Falcons offense since week 1. I feel like it's underrated. I feel like Cordero Patterson is criminally underrated. But I think the pace of game plays an effect here. This Atlanta defense stinks. But the main weakness of them is the pass rush. But I don't think we're going to see Jacoby slinging it 30, 35 times. I think we're going to see run-heavy offense from the Browns. I think they're going to try to pound the Falcons. But also, we're going to see the Falcons run this rock, use play action. Falcons are not in a good place if they're throwing it over 32 times. I think we see them go under that, and I think they go under the 49.5. Make it a money pick. Next game, we got the Washington No-Names at the Dallas Cowboys. The over-under is 41.5. I'm going with a surprise over, and I understand. This Dallas defense has been absolutely dynamic, dominant, whatever superlative you want to throw out there and provide, they have been. But I think Wentz does things, and I'm not saying Wentz is going to have a good game. I'm saying he's going to make 3 or 4 big plays that lead to points. I think Terry McLaurin's not going down without a fight, and I like the matchup with him and the Diggs brother. Also, we're looking at Cooper Rush, and I don't think he's the next Tony Romo or whatever the hell Dallas fans are saying, but he's able to move the rock. He's not playing scared. We got to tip the fedora at least a little bit to him, and 41.5 is awfully low for an NFL game. I'm going over here. Next game, we got the Seattle Seahawks, Geno, at the Detroit Lions. Over-under is 48. I'm going over. I liked what Geno did against Atlanta. I liked how he battled. I liked how he used Metcalf. And they're going to battle again. And we know this Detroit secondary is absolutely horrendous, and they can't cover anything. But this is more about the Lions. I know St. Brown won't play, but this cover 3, this lax cover 3 that Seattle plays, I don't think they generate pressure on Goff. And Goff, he has his faults. He's not a great quarterback. But if you let him sit there and do 3 or 4 reads on every play, he's going to carve you up like a turkey. I'm going over the 48.5. And at this point, the Lions are turning into a little bit of a Chiefs type team. You say Chiefs, I say over. You say Lions, I say over the 48. Next game, we got the Tennessee Titans at the Indianapolis Colts. AFC South rivalry. Over under 42.5. I got this going under. And, you know, the fundamentals say Lawson. This is going to push over late in the fourth quarter. We'll see like 14, 15 points in the last 3 or 4 minutes. I'm not going there. I'm not going there with this one. I think both. I see like a 2017 game, maybe 23-20 at most. But I see a game where both teams struggle to hit 20. That's where I'm going under. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. The best gambling show on the internet. Let's get this next game. We got the Denver Broncos at the Las Vegas Raiders. Over under is 45.5. Money, money, money. Money. I'm going over. I know people are probably saying at home, lost. Come on, man. Come on, man. No, it's going over. It's going over. There will be a response from both teams. Am I all that confident about Russell America Wilson and the Broncos offense? Absolutely not. But I think this Raiders offense will have themselves a day. And while this Denver defense has looked better than advertised, I do think you can get at them. And I do think the Raiders can carve them up with the short pass game. And listen, this Raiders defense, they got Chandler Jones and Crosby, but they haven't been dominant themselves. I think Russell will move it against the secondary. We'll see a different type of Russell. He's going to be scrambling. It's going to be like 2017 Russell. That's why I got this going over, making a money pick. Next game, we got the Chicago Bears. The Bears at the New York Giants. Maybe the most boring game of the weekend. Over under is 39.5. I'm going under. This is one of those that are too low to bet on, kind of like Browns Steelers on Thursday Night Football last week. But I'm going with the under. I think the Bears offense, they are fastly running out of ideas, and the creativity just isn't going to be there. Although Dink Martindale blitzes on every play, and he leaves guys running wide open. So your guess is as good as mine. I'm going under here. I'm avoiding this game like the plague. Next game, we got the Miami Dolphins at the Cincinnati Bengals. The over-under is 47. I'm going under. There's two principal reasons here. The health of Tua. Will Tua play? If you see Teddy Bridgewater, you got to bet the under. Jalen Waddle's out for the Dolphins, and that's going to have some effect, and the Dolphins' O-line is really banged up. But on the other side of the ball, I'm not in love with this Bengals offense. I know you guys are beating your chest all excited because the Bengals put up 27 against the Jets. I'll let you be excited, but the film wasn't as great as the scoreboard portrayed. And this isn't the Jets defense coming into town. This is Xavier Howard. This is Melvin Ingram. This is the defense that is gelling in symbiosis. I got this going under. I think Burrow takes 5 or 6 sacks. Next game, we got the Jacksonville Jags at the Philadelphia Eagles. The over-under is 46.5. I'm going over. There isn't a lot of science. This Eagles offense has been the most impressive unit in the NFL thus far. I know the Bills fans are going to get to the keyboard again and type 3-paragraph complaints against me, but from what I've seen, this Eagles offense has impressed me the most. This Jags front seven is no joke. Josh Allen, the rookie, and the rookie Trayvon is coming with them. But I think the Jags do something on offense here. Trevor does just enough on offense to push this over the 46.5. Next game, we got the New York Jets at the Pittsburgh Steelers. Over under 41.5. I'm going under. There isn't a lot of science. Zach Wilson adds a little bit of verb, adds a little bit of hope to a Jets team that just doesn't have a lot on the offensive side of the ball. The reason why this isn't a money pick is because this Jets defense is really bad. If they were actually a good unit, I would make this under a money pick, but I can't bet on them, even with how weak the Steelers offense is. Next game, we got the Buffalo Bills at the Baltimore Ravens. Lamar, Over under 51.5. Money, money, money. Money. I'm going over here. Listen, we know there's Marcus Peters. We know there's Humphrey in this Ravens secondary. But outside of that, there's a bunch of dudes who can't cover anyone. Kyle Hamilton, the nickelback situation is absolutely rugged and bad. I think the Bills take advantage of that, and I think the Bills come in with an attitude, with a gusto. I think they want to revenge what happened in Miami. And as for the Ravens against the Bills defense, Micah Hyde's not walking through that door. He isn't, and he's been the glue guy for that Bills defense for the last 3 or 4 years. I think Lamar's playing the best football I've seen him play in 3-4 years since he got that MVP. Am I wrong? Lamar's looked absolutely phenomenal. I don't think that stops. I think the Lamar to Mark Andrews combination will be on full tilt. Give me the over, make it a money pick. Next game, we got the Los Angeles Chargers at the Houston Texans. Over under 44.5. Not a lot of science here. I think this game finds a way to get towards over. I don't think Herbert's going to be throwing it 45, 50 times like Sunday. I hope not. I hope they have a better game plan. I hope they run it more. But also, the injuries on the Chargers, it's going to lead to miscommunication on their defense. They're down 4 or 5 dogs on defense. And I know Dougie Mills isn't anything to write home about, but Brandon Cooks and Nico Collins, they'll get open. They'll find space. This just barely pushes over the 44.5. Next game, we got the Arizona Cardinals at the Carolina Panthers. The over-under is 42.5. I'm going under. It's because the Panthers offense, I think there's serious issues here. And whenever you got Christian McCaffrey in your card deck to play, that is a wild card. That is a joker that can make anything happen. That's why this isn't a money pick. And also, this Panthers defense has been balling. And Kyler Murray, even though the man is an absolute magician and he can make something out of nothing, him missing DeAndre Hopkins keeps this at the under level. Next game, we got the New England Patriots at the Green Bay Packers. Over under is 40.5. I'm going over. I think this finds a way to push over. I know if Brian Hoyer plays, that doesn't give any confidence. But I think the Packers get up to 27-30 here. So the Patriots just have 10, 13 points of work to do to push this towards over. I see the Packers developing. I'm not in love with their wide receiving core. And we know Sammy Watkins is on the injured list. But I really do believe that this Packers offense will get going. They'll run the ball. The Patriots defense is good, but they'll be on the field all game. I'm going over. Next game, we got the Kansas City Chiefs at the Tampa Bay Bucs. Over under is 45. Money, money, money. Money. When you say Chiefs, I say over. I know the Bucs are probably the best defense in this league. I understand completely, but I'm going over. 45 is low for a game involving the Chiefs, but make sure before you bet this game, you make sure there's going to be some receivers for Tom Brady to throw to. Like Cole Beasley and Scotty Miller just isn't enough. We need to see Julio back. Mike Evans will be back. That's why I'm going over. Just make sure you check that Tampa injury report. I think the Chiefs offense will be ready to respond. I see like a 27-24 type game, 28-24 type game. I'm going over, making a money pick. Next game, we got the Los Angeles Rams at the San Francisco 49ers. Over under 42.5. I got this going over. I think this finds a way to push over. We know Jimmy G was absolutely abominable against the Denver Broncos. I'm not trying to sell snake oil to any man or woman on this planet, but what I am telling you is there will be a Shanahan response. There will be a response with Kittle and this run game. I don't know how the 49ers are going to do it, but they're going to do enough to put up over 20 points. As for the Rams, McVay loves playing against Shanahan. Remember when everyone was telling us not to bet the Rams in the playoffs because McVay doesn't coach good against Shanahan? You remember how that worked out? I think Rams get things going on offense. Even though the 49ers defense has great stats, I do think they have a few vulnerabilities. I'm going over here. Make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you subscribe. The best gambling show on the internet.
How many days it gonna take? You switch on me and I ain't get a break. If I hop off, then the levee gon' break. If I take two, then I'm off into space. Put all that down, pour all that out. I'm done without, we on the now. Step after step, day by the day. Live for the night and I'm never gon' break. Yeah.
Step by step by step by step. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Step by step by step by step. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left. Moving forward on the glory, up and onward, write the story. Little further, I can see it. We will be there before you know.
This life can get you down, down, down.
Just keep yourself around, round, round.